Whoopsie daisy. All right, man. We are back, you guys. We are back. We are live. Oh, let me pause this real quick. My bad. It's a lot going on right now, you guys. Man, we're back again, man. Welcome back to the Winners Diet Show. I am your host, Project Mac, aka Max Solomon, man. Um, Happy hump day, you guys. We're back. I'm freezing my ass off right now because I don't know if you guys live in California, but in California right now, it is hot as it is cold as shit right now. It is extremely cold in California right now. So, I'm doing my best to stay as warm as possible, but it's not helping, man. There's not much I can do about this. So, yeah, I'm doing my best to stay warm, wear layers, but the weather right now it's not California. I don't know what it is. It feels like Detroit, you know. But anything, it feels like everything but California at the moment. So doing my best to stay warm. Um, and but it's not easy, man. It's the winter time right now. It's freezing out here in California. And I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh, that ain't nothing. And I'm in Detroit. I'm in Chicago. I'm in Wyoming." Okay, I get it. I get it. Look, I'm not trying to compete with you. I'm just saying it's cold for our standards. You guys, y'all are cold damn near 6 months out the year. I'm not talking about y'all. Like y'all can live in misery out there, right? For us, I'm used to 80-degree weather in December. I'm not used to this shit, bro. I'm getting my ass kicked right now, and I don't like it. It's too cold, man. It's too cold. I'm a California kid. I'm a West Coast kid. I don't know anything else but sunshine, beaches, you know, but it's just too cold right now in California, man. It is extremely cold. I don't know where you guys are in the world, East Coast, up north, but give me some suggestions right now on how to handle this because this is getting too much right now, man. I'm freezing my ass off right now in California. California should not be this cold. That's why we live in California. That's why we live in California. It should not be this cold in California. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna make it do what it do. It is the wintertime, so it is what it is, man. We're just gonna have to suck it up and pause and deal with it. But shout out to everybody that's tuning in and tapping in. We got a good show, a great show lined up for you guys today. If you guys are just tapping in and coming on in. So today, man, we're talking about later on in the show. So make sure you guys stick around for the playback or towards the end. Today, we're talking about, do you control your cravings or do they control you? So make sure you guys stick around towards the 50-minute mark. But before that, we have our first two segments. We have the Fit Report, where we break down fitness news, things going on in the fitness and health industry. All right. And then we have our second segment, What the Fitness, where we react to viral, trendy fitness videos, winner's diet focused videos and things of that nature, and just giving my reaction and breakdown on that. But before we get into that, make sure you guys hit that like button, please. Yes, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then we'll get into the main event towards the end. All right. But a quick word from our sponsors before we get into it. All right. Look, I know it's the holiday season. I know things are getting kind of slow in the gym, but that does not mean you guys slow down on your fitness goals. So if you guys have any questions on how to build muscle, lose body fat, make sure you guys get my free 7-day fat loss guide. You can get it down here in the chat, okay? Or you can go to winnersdietclub.com and get that. We break down realistically how to build muscle, lose fat, We're giving you workout tips, we're giving you exercises to do, we're giving you nutrition tips as well for free. Excuse me. And the mindset that comes with trying to lose fat, lose weight, build muscle, all in 7 days. So you're getting all this information in 7 days, along with some great emails that I'm sending out to you guys. So make sure you guys tap in with that if you haven't already. All right. But without further ado, man, let's get into today's show. We got to bring it up. We got the first article here of today's show. What do we have? All right. So this is mainly if you guys are heavily in the gym, you guys are on your fitness goals. This article here talks about 9 signs you are overtraining. So let's break it down. I won't read too much because it is a big article. Let's get into it. So, how much exercise is too much? When you're enthusiastically launching a new workout regimen, it might be challenging to figure out how much exercise is too much. The best way to avoid overtraining is to develop a workout strategy that includes consistent rest and recovery, and to consult with a professional about your workout plan. Set up an appointment with a personal trainer at your gym to talk through a workout plan that works for you. If a trainer feels expensive or intimidating, instead check out workout plan apps geared towards your fitness level. There are a wide range of such apps for beginners, intermediate exercises, and advanced gym veterans. These apps can help you with anything from a strength training plan to training to run a marathon. However, even if you have a great fitness plan, it's possible to experience the signs of overtraining if you're not recovering well. All right, let's take a look at the signs you are overtraining. I want to skip to that part. All right, number one is the burnout. We'll just run through it real quick. If you're new to exercise and doing just one type of workout, say running on a treadmill, at a certain point, you're likely to feel burnout, which will increase your risk for injury. All right, let's look at the other one, diminished athletic performance. If at a certain point you're not able to run, cycle, or swim as fast as you usually do, or can't lift the amount of weight, your diminished athletic performance could be a sign that you're overtraining. All right, we got low appetite. We have fatigue, which is very common. We have elevated heart rate. All right. What else we got here? We have insomnia, another very common one. Mental health issues, right? Anger, anxiety, brain fog, confusion, depression, weakened immune system. So you're able to get sick easily, right? And then the last one is fat gain. So if you lost weight but notice an increase in body fat, you could be in the later stages of exercise overload. All right. So these are all 9 signs that you are overtraining. All right. Um, and I've been victim of this too, right? For me constantly, I need to listen to my body. And it's very important that you guys listen to your body when you guys are constantly working out. I know a lot of us have this all or nothing mentality where, we want to just keep going and keep going and keep going. But that will only lead to a very short performance, not only in your athletic gains, right, in your workout program, but also just in your day to day. So you really have to understand the signs that you are overtrained. For me, well, when I know I'm overtrained, I know the first thing that I see is, or notice really, is fatigue. My body's constantly tired. And you have to understand this is where discernment really plays a big role. You have to understand and be able to separate being fatigued and being sore. Those are two different things. You got to know how to separate being fatigued and being sore. Some people think, oh, I'm sore, I can't train. No, you can train. When your body is fatigued, that lets me know that you've done too much. That lets me know that you may need to take a few days off into it again, because this can lead to a variety of different factors that your body may not be ready for, right? And they kind of touch on that in the article. Mental health issues, insomnia, weight gain, fat gain. So these are all different things that overtraining can lead to. It's not just one thing, it's one thing that leads to a variety of different things. So you have to understand and listen to your body when you have signs that you are overtrained. Because it's better to take a few days off, let your body recover, and then get back to it than just keep going and going and going until you hit a wall and then you can't really go as hard as you need to. Now you've hit a plateau. Now you're frustrated. Now you don't know what to do next. And, now it just causes it's unnecessary things that you don't need. So just understand and know when you're overtrained, man. All right. Shout out to everybody in here. Fit trial. I can't even say that. Fit, bro. I can't even say your name, homie. But shout out to you, new subscriber. That name is something. I will say that. But shout out to you. I appreciate the support, man. All right, let's move on to the next article. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are streaming on two different types of views here, landscape and vertical. So trying something different. So if you guys like it, man, put a one in the chat. If you like it, hit a thumbs up or just give me a like or a follow. Leave me a comment. Do something, but we appreciate the support nonetheless. All right. All right, let's move on to the second article that we got here. All right, we have here only about 40 to 50% of a chicken nugget is actually meat. The rest is fat, skin, connective tissue, blood vessels, nerves, and bone fragments. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. So, a recent breakdown of processed chicken nuggets reveals that only 40 to 50% of each nugget is actual chicken meat. The remainder often includes fat, skin, connective tissue, blood vessels, nerves, and small bone fragments. These findings highlight long standing concerns about the additives and fillers used in produced fast food products. Food researchers say the composition varies by brand, but often reflects heavy processing intended to create texture, flavor, and consistency. Critics argue that practices can be misleading, leading consumers to believe that they are eating primary lean meat. Nutrition advocates have renewed calls for clearer ingredient disclosures and stricter food manufacturing standards. The report adds to a growing public push for healthier and more transparent fast food options. Experts note that consumers are becoming more selective about what they purchase, driving companies to reconsider how they produce popular menu items. All right, guys, this is no surprise here. This is no surprise here. Um, they've been 1 second, but they've been doing this for years, man. They've been pulling this for years. They've been adding, pig skin in the chicken nuggets for years. It's everything but chicken. Yeah, they might have a little bit of meat in there, but the way it's made, man, and we've seen videos on how chicken nuggets are really made. It may or may not be real, but um it's very disturbing. I would say that. So if you guys are still eating fast food chicken nuggets in 2027 or 2025 going into 2026, shame on you, man. Shame on you. You know, because they're really just putting in porcupine meat in these chicken nuggets and serving it to you. And really, in this economy, it doesn't really even make sense to eat fast food anymore because it's so expensive. You might as well just go buy your own groceries at this point. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make any sense to to even go and eat fast food. What's the point? You're going to spend the exact same amount of money at the grocery store that you will at fast food. So you might as well just go with the one that will last longer, and that's fast food, right? So yeah, man. This is it's not surprising, and but the funny thing is, man, people are still gonna eat this thing. People are still gonna eat it. People are still gonna dip it in hot sauce and barbecue sauce and buffalo sauce, thinking it's real chicken nuggets. It's just crazy. Rames Shabuzi 2762. Hi, it's just me. What's up, man? What up? What up? What up? But yeah, man, it's very funny. It's very interesting how the mind of some people, man. But this is not gonna stop people. Like this article will be in front and center everywhere. People will see how it's made. People will see what the ingredients are, and they'll still eat it. So there's not much you can do to convince people to not eat these things because it's fast, it's cheap, it's convenient, and we know that that is how most people live their lives: fast, cheap, convenient. So what is it to eat a few porcupine nuggets? You know, what is it to eat raccoon meat? That's not chicken. That's not real chicken. Just like how I don't believe it's real chicken in some of these Asian takeout that people order. I don't believe it's real chicken. And I'm not trying to be racist or nothing, but I don't believe it's real chicken. Because there's been times where I've eaten Chinese takeout and when I bit into the chicken, it didn't taste like chicken. It didn't look like chicken. So the same thing could be said for these McNuggets, you know? All right, let's move on. Shout out to everybody tapping in. You know, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. What else we got here, man? Let's move on. All right, here we go. Here, some winner's diet motivation. This article says, "Stop waiting for big wins to celebrate. Woke up on time, win. Ate a healthy meal, win. Didn't doom scroll for an hour, win. Small wins build big momentum. Big progress is built on tiny victories. Stop waiting for huge achievements to feel proud of yourself. Life isn't just about big milestones, it's built on the tiny decisions you make every single day. Woke up on time, that's a win. Chose a healthy meal instead of junk, that's a win. Put down your phone and didn't doom scroll for an hour, another win. These small wins may not feel dramatic, but they are building blocks of long term success. Consistency comes from choosing tiny habits again and again, not from rare moments of motivation. The problem is we ignore these small victories because we think they're not enough. But the truth is, small wins create momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, growth over excuses, and effort over laziness, you are literally rewriting your future. Celebrate the small wins because they are proof that you're moving forward. Celebrate the small wins because they make the hard days easier. Celebrate the small wins because they show discipline, not luck. All right, man. That's some winner's diet motivation for y'all asses, man. And that's a good message, man. That's a good message to tell people. Celebrate the small wins. I know it might seem small and unimportant at the moment, but those things add up, man. Those things add up and they matter later on if you continue to be consistent with it. So I'm never gonna, knock myself for a small achievement or small accomplishment, even if it might seem small to somebody else. Well, it's big to me because that's one thing that now I've accomplished. And now it's gonna get better if I continue to keep the same path. Like for instance, Sunday Was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Or Saturday actually. Saturday, and I didn't even realize this. Saturday was my 50th live stream. So I had up until this point, I've been live streaming since mid-June. Saturday, this last Saturday, was my 50th live stream. That to me was a big accomplishment. And I didn't even realize it until this afternoon when I was rearranging my live streams on my hard drive. I just realized I'm like, damn, bro, I got 50 live streams. That to me was a big moment, you know, because my goal was to get to 100. So now I'm halfway there. Yeah, I might be in a space where no, I'm not monetized yet. No, I don't have the big subscribers yet. I don't have the big following. I don't, I'm not, I can't make money yet. I can't, my message isn't reaching the masses yet. But I did one thing that most creators, most live streamers can't do or haven't done before, and that's be consistent for a long period of time, man. YouTube is not easy. This shit is not easy. You really got to be dedicated to do this thing. And I'm realizing how hard it is and why certain people are at the top, man. Yeah, they may have started at the right time, but man, this thing is really difficult, man. Like you really got to be locked in to do this thing. And honestly, if this was last year or years prior to this, I would not be prepared for this. There's no way in hell I could have got to 50 live stream, episodes up until this point. So to me, that's a small win, man. I'm halfway to my initial goal and I'm gonna keep going. Today makes 51. You know what I mean? We're gonna do another one this weekend. So yeah, man, it might seem small at first, but over time, it's gonna add up and it's gonna really matter. So I'm never going to diminish um anything that I do on any level, even if it's not, on a major scale. And you guys should do the same thing. Never diminish any of your small victories or achievements. Celebrate it, man. Celebrate it as much as you can. Because I guarantee you, most people cannot do what you do. And that says a lot about you and your work ethic and your consistency and your dedication. That says a lot about you. So if you can make this happen, man, if you can make these things happen, then I mean, you can really do anything out here. If you just stay dedicated and stay focused and don't let people or other things distract you, you can get it done, man. And I'm living proof of that. Me just being 6 months in with this, or close to 6 months in, I'll say 5.5, going towards 6. But yeah, it hasn't been easy, but I've shown up. Even the days I don't want to show up, I still show up. Still show up. We got to get it done. Doesn't matter how I feel. I got things to do. I'm not at where I want to be at yet in this part of my live streaming, but I mean, I think we're on the way, man. I think we're on the way, and we're doing a hell of a job. I believe so. I think we're doing a hell of a job. It's not gonna be just a straight line up, but I'm good with I'm good with putting in the work consistently, day in and day out. I'm built for it. Nothing worth having came easy. Neither is YouTube. Like they've made it very hard for YouTubers to get seen and grow. So I'm never gonna knock myself down, man. It's only a matter of time. We just gotta keep putting the work in, staying consistent, staying focused, and over time, everything that we want is gonna happen. So apply this, man. Apply this to every aspect of your life, whether that be you running a business, whether that be you on a workout journey, whether that be you just doing something for the first time. Celebrate those small wins. Okay, you lost 5 pounds this month. You wanted to lose 10, but you lost five. That's a big win. You know, for me, another goal of mine, I wanted to have a certain amount of money saved by January. Earlier in the year, I had a number. I'm looking at where I'm at now. Okay, I'm not close to that number. I mean, I'm not at that number specifically, but I'm close to it. And that to me is a win. That to me is a win. So it's just about staying focused, man. Stay focused and you'll have everything that you want. All right, let's move on to the next uh segment here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody tapping in. You feel me? All right, let's get to the first video here. Um where is it at? Is this it? All right, so we have here, how many of you guys like Oreo cookies? I did. I did. But now, after seeing how it's made, I kind of changed my mind. So let's take a look here on how Oreo cookies are actually made. Let's check it out.
Literally feeding your kids plastic glue and industrial lubricants. I'm talking about Oreos. That cream in the middle, it's not cream at all. It's fucking rapeseed oil, whipped with emulsifiers that act like edible glue, holding the sludge together. And the cookie part, stripped cocoa and chemical stabilizers, enough to start clogging your arteries if you eat them too much. You are literally feeding your kids plastic glue and industrial.
Oh my goodness. We guys are eating plastic glue, and we've been eating plastic glue the last 20 something years. Think about that, man. There's a reason why, Ritz crackers and Oreo cookies and what else? There's certain cereals that are banned in many countries. There's a reason for that, you guys. And the reason is because of what we just witnessed. What you just saw right now is the reason why many of these snacks are banned in so many countries, but the United States, besides the United States. In fact, the United States encourages us to eat like this, right? Through the marketing, through the advertising, through propaganda. It's right in front of your face when you go to the grocery store. They put it all in the front and all the healthy shit is all the way in the back. There's a reason for that, man. There is a reason for that. It's not by accident. It's not a coincidence. So you got to put two and two together. Who's making money off this? So it's not a surprise. I wish we can see how everything else is made, how certain cereals are made, how certain beverages are made. They've already shown you how the chicken nuggets or what's in the chicken nuggets. And there's videos on how that was made a long time ago. So it's out in the open, man. All this shit is out in the open. But yet we still are dumb enough to consume this shit. I haven't had an Oreo cookie in I don't know how long. It's been years. It's been years. And don't get me wrong, I used to love Oreos. But the older you get, the more information that's coming out about how these snacks are being made, why it's banned in certain countries, the more you start to kind of scratch your head a little bit. You start thinking a little bit, you start waking up a little bit, start putting two and two together, and everything starts to make sense. At least for the ones that are smart. and want to get this information. But the ones that are blindly in the matrix, they're going to continue to eat fast food. They're going to continue to eat junk food. No regards towards their life or anybody else's life. Go right now in the average person's kitchen cabinet or pantry. All you're going to see is bullshit food. All you're going to see is junk food, sweets, snacks, and they wonder why they can't lose weight. The shit is right there in your house. The enemy is right there in your house, but you can't get rid of it. You're attached to it. You know, these things, we've been so attached to these things because we've been eating it since we were kids. There's an emotional aspect towards it. But the first step to solving a problem, all right, the first step to solving a problem is finding out the root cause of the problem. So the root cause of why you can't lose weight is sitting right in your pantry. It's sitting in your freezer, the ice cream, the popsicles, the frozen yogurts, the ice cream sandwiches. It's sitting right in your house. You got to get rid of it. You see how it's made. You see the ingredients, but yet you still eat it. Why? You know, we got to start waking up, man. We got to start waking up and seeing what's going on out here. All right, let's move on. Let's get to the next article. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button. All right, we got the next one here. We got T Pizzle. All right, T Pain. He talks about how he dropped out of school because he was fat. All right, and you guys know I always tell you guys, it doesn't matter how good of a person you are, right? If you're fat, they're gonna make fun of you, especially if you're a man. So let's take a look at what he says.
Boys had to tuck their shirts in.
Okay.
Um,
That's not too extreme.
it's not too extreme unless you're fat. Because now all the girls you like can see exactly the shape.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah, I
So
do,
now
yeah.
I'm like, come on, coach. I can't.
Come on, Payne. Payne, they got to be more. They got to be more reason than a dress code.
The coach said, if you don't tuck your shirt in, we got to fail you.
Right.
And if you failed during the last exams, you gonna do? Coach, please. I got this one girl I like. If she find out how fat I am, I can't. Coach, please, coach, tuck your shirt in, man. Coach, I can't do it. I love you so much, coach.
What happened to the young lady that you liked when you dropped out? She probably wasn't as interested as she would have been had you stayed in school, Payne.
Oh, she got on drugs. She coped out crazy. She coped out crazy. I wish it would have been a valiant effort. But the thing is, I was trying to it wasn't even just her, it was just my self-esteem.
Right.
So I tucked my shirt in. And then I was like, nah, I'm not with this. And I pulled my shirt out. The dean came through. Mr. Nigel, tuck your shirt in. I'm not gonna do it.
Hold on, you told the principal no?
Yeah, they in the hallway. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. Mr. Nigel, tuck your shirt in. I'm gonna tell you one more time. You got one more time. I'm so sorry. I really wish I could tuck my shirt in. I can't do it. Mr. Nigel, tuck your shirt in. This is the last warning. That's the last warning then. Come on, whatever's going to happen, just do it to me.
There you go, man. Look, man, I've always said this, bro, and I'm going to continue to say this. Part of the reason why y'all need to be in shape is to not get roasted. I'm going to be honest with you, man. that's a small reason, right? A small reason why you need to be in shape is just to avoid being roasted. Avoid putting yourself in situations like that. Now look, this story could be real, it could be fake. I don't know what it is, but it is a learning lesson out of this because it could happen, right? It's real, it's realistic enough to happen in real life. So he didn't want to tuck his shirt in because he knew his belly would look crazy with a tuck shirt in because he was fat and he knew he would be made fun of, and the girl that he liked would see how fat he was. So this is what I'm saying, man. Like, not only is being overweight an inconvenience to your health and your mental health and overall well-being, but it's gonna be an inconvenience also to just your day-to-day stuff. Clothes are not gonna look good on you, right? You can't really have a true fashion sense. You can't tuck your shirt in, right? You're just gonna look crazy out here, man. And people are gonna notice that shit. And it's just not gonna make it any better when they roast you. So this is why I tell you guys, man, as men, right? Ladies, y'all can, ladies, this applies to you too, but mainly for the men. You need to be in shape, not only to have great mental health, great self-esteem, great physical health, but you need to be in shape so other people don't roast you. You don't want to be the butt of jokes, but that's the situation you put yourself in when you are overweight. But most guys don't grasp this. That most guys are going to fight this. They're going to fight me on this. They're going to talk about how they're a good person and people don't roast them. Okay, maybe not to your face, maybe not in front of you, but behind your back, yes, they definitely are. Behind your back, they most definitely are roasting you. You know, so it's you just want to avoid these situations, man. And that's going to be the number one thing they come at you first when it's time to insult you. If you guys get into an argument, that's the first thing they're going to go to. They're going to attack your weight because they know that's an easy target. So you don't want to put yourself in that position to be attacked and at such a in such a negative state. You know, make it harder for people to roast you. If they're gonna roast you, make it harder. Make it hard for them to roast you. Don't give them easy ammo, man. Like the weight thing, that's the easiest thing they can do. They can attack your weight. That's the easiest thing. Make it hard for them to roast you, man. So the moral of the story here is, man, just get in shape. You guys, it's my message is not going to change. And kids are brutal, man. Kids are not going to be as nice as adults. Adults will roast you, but they'll do it, in a great, funny, a satirical way, right? Kids are just going to be blatantly honest with you, right? Kids are not going to give a fuck. So just be prepared for that, man. I know a lot of us got made fun of when we were kids because a lot of us were overweight. I wasn't overweight, but I had friends that grew into, you know, athletes or just real big gym guys. But uh yeah, they had it rough growing up, man. I had it rough growing up because I was black and I was dark skinned, and that was not cool back in the day. Being dark skinned in the early 2000s, late 90s, that shit was damn near illegal. And kids were brutal. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, that shit will build character. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. That shit builds character. You being called black and blue and purple, that shit builds a lot of character. But yeah, even being made fun of for your weight, man, that will take your self-esteem will take a hit. So you have to prepare for that. And the best way to prepare for that is not being overweight in the first place. All right, let's move on to the next video here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Hit that subscribe button if you're tuning in. All right, so this woman here talks about how getting fat after marriage gonna get you cheated on. Okay, let's take a look at what this woman has to say. Let me refresh the video.
Y'all keep on getting married at a size 4 and a size 6. And then y'all turn into a size 18, 20, 22, whatever them sizes be, and think you ain't going to get cheated on. Getting fat is a deal breaker, especially if that man is not getting fat. If you are married to somebody who is health conscious and he go to the gym, and now after y'all been married and you done had a couple kids, and now you super big and fat and he's still in the gym every day, no ma'am, you're gonna get cheated on. I mean, I know that's an unpopular statement to make, but and I know everybody's not a cheater. However, ma'am, he's attracted to what he was attracted to when he met you. Just because y'all married does not give you permission to just let yourself go. It doesn't. You better go to the gym, because guess who in the gym? That size 4 and that size 6. And they chit-chatting over weights. She gonna get fucked. And you
Ooh,
gonna get cheated on.
damn. Woo! Did y'all hear that, man? Straight from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the horse's mouth. Absolutely. Look, man. One thing I've seen with couples that are in relationships or married, you know, when they first get together, usually, this is not all the time. I'm talking about just the typical couple, right? When you first get together, you're gonna be a certain size, right? You may not be super fit, but you're not fat, right? They get into a relationship, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 4, 5. You're gonna notice either one of them or both of them are gonna gain some weight. Most of the time, it's the woman that gains the weight, but the man can too, in this sense. However, if you're with somebody that is very health conscious, whether you're the man or the woman, you better keep your ass in shape. I will say that you better keep your ass in shape, man, because they met you a certain way. They met you a certain way. When they met you, you were a size 4. Yeah, when they met you, you was a size 4. Now, 2, 3 years into the relationship, you're a size 12. This is an issue. This is a problem. you know, and the funny thing is, they never see a problem with this because they get so comfortable. And I'm speaking from the man's point of view. Sorry, ladies, but they get comfortable where they start letting themselves go. 3 pounds here, 5 pounds here, 10 pounds here. Next thing you know, you look over, you're like, whoa, what the fuck happened? You know, it can get like that, man. It can get like that. So, like, I see a lot of times, man, women will be in a relationship. Women will be in a relationship with a guy and it goes well. And then 3, 5 years down the line, she puts on 15, 20 pounds and she doesn't see an issue with that. But then as soon as they break up, now she's back in the gym. Now she's back working out. Now she's trying to get ready for the streets. So I'm just like, why didn't y'all just do what you was doing? Why didn't y'all do this in the first place? Why wait until the relationship falls apart? Now you want to run your ass back to the gym. Now you want to go pay for a personal trainer. Yeah, now you want to go get a trainer. Now you want to start counting your calories. Now you want to start watching what you eat. Why didn't y'all do this in the relationship? Why didn't you do this in the relationship? Why wait now? But see, you get comfortable,
Y'all
you stop caring.
keep on getting married at a size 4 and a size 6. And then y'all turn into a size 18, 20, 22, whatever them sizes be, and think you ain't going to get cheated on.
You will get cheated on. I promise you that. He will cheat on you. He may not leave you. I'm not saying he's going to leave you, but there is a high likelihood that you will get cheated on. And I'm not saying this to be mean or facetious or negative, but I'm letting you know, ladies. Yes, ladies, I'm letting y'all know. Uh-oh, my bad. Letting y'all know there is a high chance that you can get cheated on if you gain weight. And this could be for either party. This could be vice versa. Fellas, you can get cheated on too. So you got to stay your ass in shape, man. You got to make sure you stay in shape. All right? Cuz this can happen. I've seen it happen. I've been around it. You know, this is very real.
Getting fat is a deal breaker, especially if that man is not getting fat. If you are married to somebody who is health conscious and he go to the gym, and now after y'all been married and y'all you done had a couple kids, and now you super big and fat and he's still in the gym every day, no ma'am, you're gonna get cheated on.
Yeah, that is a deal breaker for me as well. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be completely honest here. If you get fat in a relationship with me and you have no intentions on losing that weight, it's over. The relationship is over. I'm going to help you try to lose the weight. I'm going to be supportive. You know, if something happened that made you gain the weight, but usually it just comes down to you eating a lot of food and not having any self control. So if you don't have any intentions on losing the weight, the relationship is over. I'm sorry. Y'all can call me an asshole. You know, you can call me cold hearted and cruel, but nah, man. If I met you a certain way, I expect you to stay close to that size. Look, I understand people gain weight, weight fluctuates. We're never going to be 100%. And I get that. But there's just certain things that I cannot accept. Me personally, I can't accept that. So if you don't have any intentions on getting your ass in shape when you've been fat in a relationship, or you've gained weight in a relationship, or gotten fat, if you've gotten fat in a relationship and you have no intentions on dropping that weight and getting your ass back in shape, it's over. That's it. It's a wrap. You know, there's just certain things that I can't tolerate. Like you have to keep your standards, man. I'm sorry. I know a lot of guys are not going to agree with this. I get it. I'll be public enemy number one. I get it. It's okay. I get it every day on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram. I get it, man. Whatever. But there's just certain things that it's not going to fly with me, man. Unfortunately, I'm just not one of them guys. Let's continue.
I mean, I know that's an unpopular statement to make, but and I know everybody's not a cheater. However, ma'am, he's attracted to what he was attracted to when he met you. Just because y'all married does not give you permission to just let yourself go. It doesn't. You better go to the gym, because guess who in the gym? That size 4 and that size 6. And they chit chatting over weights. She gonna get fucked. And you gonna get
Ooh,
cheated on.
yeah, man. They're gonna be in that gym talking to the girl that he really wants. You know, he's gonna get the fit version of you. So you can play all these games and act like, oh, he ain't going nowhere. I'm the best he can get. Okay, keep thinking that. Because if your man is in shape and he takes good care of himself and he constantly goes to the gym, guess what? Guess who else is at the gym? Other fit women. How you think gym crushes start? How you think gym crushes start? People are in a room working out, sweating, feeling good. You know, you might see someone you like. She might like you back. Y'all start chit chatting. Oh, what you working on today? Oh, I'm doing legs. Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. What's your favorite exercise? I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out, right? This shit really happens in the gym. It just starts off with small conversations that lead to bigger conversations. And if you have someone in there, if you got somebody in there that shares the same hobbies and um, goals as you, well, naturally, you two are going to bond and have a common interest. And it could lead to something. It may not lead to anything, but 9 times out of 10, if the attraction is high enough, if they both are attracted to each other, there's a high likelihood it could lead to something. Meanwhile, your big ass is on the couch eating ice cream, Netflixing, you know, watching Big Brother, not thinking he's not doing nothing. Okay, keep thinking that. And I'm not encouraging this. So don't fight me on this. I'm not encouraging anybody cheating on anybody. That's not the message here. I'm just saying you're putting yourself in a position to get cheated on or for them to leave you. It's that simple. All right, man. We are at the 51-minute mark or 50-minute mark. Let's get into the topic of the day. But before we get into it, man, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's been a great show so far. Shout out to everybody tuning in and tapping in. All right. So, man, today, you guys, the main event, the main topic of the day, we are talking about do you control your cravings or do they control you? Right? This is very important as we get into our fitness journey. And one of the biggest tests you will see, one of the biggest tests you will see in your fitness journey is going to be your willpower towards your cravings, your willpower towards discipline, saying no. These are all things that make or break your fitness journey because there's so many things that have to go right in your fitness journey. And you're gonna have to say no to a lot of things that will hold you back. And the things that will hold you back are very easy to acquire. They're very easy to get. It's fast, it's cheap, it's everywhere. So these are things that will hinder 95% of people. But one thing you have to realize is willpower, man. The foundation of discipline is willpower. That's how you separate yourself from winning or losing. That's it. So when we look at things like strength and how strong you are, it's not about lifting weights. It's not about how much you can deadlift or bench press, man. It's about, can you say no when your body wants something? You know, can you say you're not going to do that? Can you say you're not going to do that when you've been craving it all day? These are things that make or break your fitness journey. When it's time for you to lock into a whole new week of workouts, eating correctly, but then and you're driving home from the gym after a long, hard workout, and you see a McDonald's, you see a fast food joint, you see crumble cookie on the way, you see your favorite bakery. These are all things that you're going to have willpower for, especially if this has been ingrained in your diet from day one. It's you versus you at this point. If you can drive past it and not look at it and not think about it and not crave it, then you are already 10 steps ahead. You're in control. But if you get home, let's just say you get home and you go into that pantry and you see the Oreos, you see the graham crackers, you see the ice cream, you see the oatmeal cookies. Are you disciplined enough? Do you have enough willpower to just walk past it and not think about it? Seriously. Because your body is always going to crave dopamine. Your body's always going to crave fast food and things like alcohol and things like, and just things that are are going to make you feel good in the moment. Our body craves this because this is what we've put in our body and have made our body accustomed to for years. If we never ate fast food or had smartphones, or had social media, we wouldn't crave these things. But it just takes a little taste of it for our bodies to get used to it. Just like drugs, you can't crave cocaine, you can't crave weed if you never had it. But if you've had it before and you're an addict, and you can't live without it, your body's going to crave it every step of the way. Now, do you have the willpower to not spend your last couple $100s on it? You know what I mean? Do you have enough willpower to save your money and put it towards other things that you know you need? But the average person is not going to do that. Like they just don't have the willpower. I always preach over here, man. Do not be the average person. Right? That's one of my key talking points here, or just what the message I want you guys to understand. Do not be like the average person. The average person is fat. The average person is lazy. The average person is addicted to dopamine. The average person doesn't have any self-respect. They got low self-esteem. They have no goals. And I'm not shitting on the average person. I'm just stating the real. I'm just stating the truth. Go outside right now. Go to the airport. Go to the not barbershop. Go to the grocery store. Go to the DMV. You're gonna see the average person. It's just how they look. It's just how they continue to live their life. I don't want no parts of that. I don't. And if you're watching this channel, then you don't either. Who wants to be lazy? Who wants to be unmotivated? Who wants to have no type of ambition? Who wants to think that they're a victim and the government is holding them back, or racism is holding them back? Who wants to think like that? Not me. And if you are, a follower, or if you are a supporter of what I say and like what I post, then you aren't gonna buy into this bullshit ass ideology either. Nothing's holding me back, so why can't I have willpower? So these are all things that you guys need to keep in mind, man. Like cravings are going to reveal your lack of self-control, man. We can all crave something, but are you going to act upon it? That's what really says about, like, that's what really says a lot about you. Cravings reveal your lack of self-control, but willpower reveals your potential. Real willpower reveals how strong you really are. Willpower reveals how in control you are. We all got vices, man. We all got vices. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have certain cravings, guilty pleasures. I'm a human being, man. The only difference is I know when and where to act on it. There'll be times where I will deprive myself. Yeah, there's times where I deprive myself on things I really want on purpose, just to test how strong my willpower really is. Because there'll be days where I might be indulging in a vice or a guilty pleasure of mine, or something that I really enjoy. And then there's days sometimes where I'm like, you know what? Let me see how long I can go without doing this. Let me see how long I can go without eating this. Let me see how long I can go without being on my phone. Like, I'm just giving myself a challenge to continuously test myself to see how strong I really am. And I encourage everybody to do this. I encourage everybody to just challenge themselves, challenge themselves on things that they really want. That's accessible, right? If it's right there in your possession that you can get to, just challenge yourself every now and then to see how long you can go without it. It's going to test your discipline. It's going to test your willpower. It's going to test your self control. It's just overall going to make you a better person and a stronger person at that. And that's what you're going to need to make it through this shit called life, man. Being able to say no, being able to make quick decisions without being emotional about it, right? Do you run your cravings or do your cravings run you? Are you in control or is it in control of you? These are all questions you got to ask yourself. Because if it's in control of you, you have a lot of work to do. If you can't stop eating junk food, if you can't stop drinking alcohol, if you can't stop smoking weed, you have an issue. If you can't put it down for a few days, you have an issue. So the best way to build this, man, like I said, we all know our vices. Don't partake in it for a couple days. See how long you can do without it for a day. If you can do it for a day, turn it into 2 days, into 3 days. So you got to start small. Some people want to jump into it. Okay, no more sugar and bread for 30 days. How long do you think that's going to last? When you've been eating sugar for a whole year straight. When you've been eating sugar all your life, how long do you think that's going to last? It's not going to last very long. So you have to do it incrementally. You have to do small increments. You got to taper off very slowly. Start with a day, then 2 days, and so on and so forth. But you trying to go cold turkey all at once, it's not going to work. It doesn't work like that. You're going to relapse and you're just going to realize I can't do this. So fuck it. Let me just go back to what I've been doing. So there's no growth there. You can't get better with that type of mentality and those type of habits. So you got to start small. And that's how you get control. You don't get control by stopping cold turkey. You get control by stacking small wins, by delaying gratification 1 day at a time, 2 days at a time. And that's how you build it. That's how you build structure. That's how you build motivation to keep going. So it's a science to it, man. It's a whole outline that you got to follow. And I wish people would realize this, man, but they don't. They're so used to instant gratification. I'm just going to stop. You're not. You're not. And it's going to be very hard once you relapse to stop again. So that's the key, man. Gain some willpower. Don't let it control you. You control it. You're in charge. You're in control. If you control your life, if you can control what you put in your body, if you can't control what you say no to, if you can't control your cravings, you're going to control your life. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, you guys, that's been today's show, man. Shout out to everybody tapping in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. we try something different with this with these two different views we have here. So hope you guys enjoyed that. But man, it's been a great week. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You guys can follow us on all socials. Winners Diet Club on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, of course. And you can follow my personal page, Project Mac, on Instagram as well. We'll be back later on, either Friday or Sunday. I don't know. Friday, I have a big meeting, so I'm going to be running around all day on Friday. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream on Friday morning, but we'll see. We'll see. If not, it'll be a very quick one. But besides that, you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you guys later on this week. Peace.